season to put yourself in position to thrive, to excel in games like this. A late season top 10 showdown, playoff implications aplenty. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, this crowd is electric. This running back has been a revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered. Each and every week, we see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15, they are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll start on the ground with Brown. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. They're all over him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Cardinals come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Drops back on first down. Comes down, it's Foley. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
Man, what a start for this offense. That's what you kind of want, man. You want to get in a rhythm. You want to get in the flow. Now, you don't expect 3 plays and 3 first downs, but they'll absolutely take it. But coming out the gates with energy, with passion, executing at a really high level.
Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, you make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Lets it fly. He works it inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19. That's where they'll spot it. Short of the first down, now a decision to be made.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range. Now,
oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, UNC. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Little little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Under pressure. Just got rid of that one. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you. Go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Dangerous throw on that one.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on 3rd down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked up.
And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. And he'll work his way on the return out. The 35-yard line before he stopped. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. He fires one deep down the right side. Makes the grab on the shot. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. All right, guys, let's talk for a minute about Louisville. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this
makes the grab in their space. The 40, inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll bring it back. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Quarterback changing the play. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. He rifles one deep down the middle. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
Knocked down behind the line for the second straight play, bringing up a 3rd and lots of work to do. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Long way to go on 2nd down. The give running right, Brown. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Right side, it's Hughes. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The Cardinals will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Sends it back in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And the extra point is good. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He'll bring it out to the 33-yard line, and that's where he stopped, and that's where they'll put it in play. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo. RPO complete. Past the 45. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, North Carolina! They'll try to add another to their lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Out wide right, it's Brown. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
It's Foley. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Foley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Second and long here. Send the tight end in motion. They just keep firing. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Hits inside, it's Brown. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
When you talk Louisville offense, it's Isaac Brown, right? Everything goes through him and his ability to run the football. This guy's a home run hitter, toting the rock, catching the football. He's the guy, David, each and every week defenses have to key in on, and no question this year he is going to be the focal point of this Cardinals offense.
Nobody at the running back spot puts more fear in defenses than Brown. Like, this guy has so much speed. He can make you miss. He erases angles. You saw him several years ago coming as a freshman, just making people look silly. He is that guy. And Braum at the OC spot will call these calls to get him the ball and make sure he can make plays.
And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Fresh center downs going to the air. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Making the adjustment. Scanning the field, it's O'Neal. He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Got his man. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. It's a draw. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Sells the run, looking to pass. Buys time to his left. Out wide left, it's Foley. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Cardinals peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wants to throw on 1st. It's caught. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Louisville! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's going to bring it out. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The hand to the running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. To the air, it's O'Neal. Here comes the heat.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They kick it away on fourth down. Fields the punt. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Corner's going to give them room. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Throws to the tight end. Left side is Foley. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the back. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Turns up, it's Brown. Touchdown Cardinals. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Sets his feet, it's O'Neal. Rushes on. Bought a little time, lets it go. Leaves it short.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He's going to let it go. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Fires to the middle. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Drops back on first down. Got a man in the middle. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Brown. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to run, it's Brown. Nice move there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We kick things off with Boston College in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Boston College coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. And that's now 4 W's on the season. This one could be a confidence builder, not only in the context of this season, but also what that group of underclassmen can do down the road. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And the Tar Heels are in the hurry-up. Looking to pass, it's O'Neal. Out wide right, it's Thurman. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that's a welcome sign for this offense, right? They haven't put drives together. Nice to see them execute on third down. At the very least, man, give your defense a rest. They've been playing a lot. Too many punts for this offense. Nice to see them execute on third down.
7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, looking for a man. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Churns into the pile. gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Gets rid of it. Right side, it's shipped. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's O'Neal. Pulls it in. It's Thurman. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Swamped immediately.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Fires immediately. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback signaling to his guys. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Turns it upfield. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the 1st.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Tar Heels in the hurry-up. Give to the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking for a man. It's O'Neal. Look out! It's complete to the right. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Hand off for Brown. He's past the sticks. Still on his feet. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
And the Cardinals, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Oh, what a move. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back, do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy in front of us.
Wants to go up top on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Right back to the well. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. On play action. Moving to his left. He'll pull it down. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. And the Tar Heels want to move quickly. Handoff to the single running back. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. He now has 63 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. They'll need a bunch on second down. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They need a huge play on third and long. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Oh, pressure's coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Making the adjustment on the play. Got to make the play on fourth. Caught. They will score. Touchdown, UNC. and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. First play of this drive. Out wide right, it's Foley. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Rush right in his face. He's got an open man. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. They keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on third down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to run through him, and he continues to be successful.
Buying a little time to his left. Out wide left, it's Foley. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Brown. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to Isaac Brown. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They're all over it. And he gets rid of it.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to. Looking for a huge play. Makes the grab at the 30. Runs through a man. He might have space. And he scores! Touchdown, Tar Heels!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All all of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Breaks into the open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this.
Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Hand off, Isaac Brown. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals! They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Drops back. It's O'Neal. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Under pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Fresh center downs going to the air. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play.
Going for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. It's a fumble.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air, it's O'Neal. Rushes on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. North Carolina will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Snaps it in the shotgun. Wide out trying to get it in. Into the end zone for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
And listen, still a ways to go. But great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest. I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.